Welcome everybody. My name is Steve and welcome to tonight where you're going to have some global PIX champions, agents of change, talking about world restoration through PlanetIX. I hope you're excited like we are to be able to share with you tonight. You may not even know anything about PlanetIX, so why don't we share a little bit about what it's all about.
This must be it. Carbon radiation levels are off the charts. Signs of life. Ancient civilizations. Join the resurrection.
PlanetIX.
Now this game is so amazing that it not only is something that you can enjoy, you can change your life, but look at what else it's doing on the planet.
It's quite hard to grasp that we're on a planet in the middle of nowhere with no way to go. It's our home, and it should be our mission to protect it. That is why, in our first sustainable action, we are planting 300,000 trees. Together with one tree planted, we want to inspire people to make a difference. And this is just the beginning. More partnerships will be made. New green initiatives will find their way to the world. And you, all you have to do is keep playing. Be the agent of change. Because in-game progression in PlanetIX also means real-life progression. All it takes is the will to change. So play and build the planet of tomorrow. PlanetIX.
Are you ready, agents of change? Are you ready to do your thing? I hope so. Hope you are. And welcome to tonight. My name is Stephen. I'm from bottom of the world, New Zealand. We've got Australia in the house. We've got we've got UK, and we've also got the Netherlands. We were going to have South Africa, but the electricity is off inside their part of the world, so they can't be with us tonight. But we're going to bring you our best tips as global PIX champions, world agents of change to help you to take your game PlanetIX to the next level. Now, I have three fellow co-hosts or co-guests with me that are going to be sharing with you tonight. I have the great, wonderful Adelaide Tatch. The crowd goes wild. And then second of all, we're going to have Eddie Noop, whoop, 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 all the way from the Netherlands. Come on. And then we're going to have freezing in from Australia, my fellow person, my fellow sister from across the ditch, Queenie Doyle. And then you're going to have me as well. So we're looking forward to really sharing. Can you tell that we are so excited to be with you tonight? Of course we are. So without further ado, hope you got your pen, your paper, your drink, your bit of food, and a comfy spot, and get ready for what we're going to be sharing with you. Because the first person, the great person going to share with you, this one here has got multiple areas. She's probably on the verge of sectors. She's probably got all the different tiers. Let's hear from her now. Adelaide Tate, take the stage, take it away. It's all yours.
Hello everyone. Hello. Brother Stephen, AG, this is my sister Queenie for another mother right there. Guys, we can tell guys you are excited just as we are because you guys have stood up here for the past 30 minutes waiting like crazy and you do it right, right? Because we are living a really excited moment. Even sickness, as you can see, I'm not feeling well for a couple of days now, but it couldn't stop me to be here with you guys because even on my lying bed, I just enjoy my PlanetIX, keep building up like crazy. And I was so excited when those agents of change just put in a group, what if we come here and have a discussion about it? That just got me excited. That just get me out of my bed. First of all, if you don't know me, my name is Adelaide. I'm originally from Cameroon, but I'm a French citizen, but I live in the UK now for more than 10 years, where I'm an entrepreneur. I own a couple of businesses where traditional business, as we usually know, but this great company has really completely changed my mindset and the way I want to build my retirement. And they're doing it on the funny way, guys, because when we say Planet RX, Stephen just showed you a little bit of what it is. It's about having fun. When we say a game is meant to have fun, right? So our children was doing that for a very long time. Maybe people like me as well, Candy Crush or stuff like that. We usually play because we want to just go out of stress or just, have some free moment for ourselves. But today they are changing the games. They allow us to do what we see our children do every day. I get all my friend children excited about this. They are like killing me now, like, Auntie, can you tell me about this, tell me about that? Because for the first time, we are having fun, that we are building work behind. And the reason why I really want you to understand that it's a game and game is there to have fun is because every single thing you do by having fun, you make it happen. Yes, I create a couple of areas now, and I'll show you because I really focus on people that doesn't have enough of budget. Our CAG going to focus on how when you have a lot of budget to build bigger, but I'm more focused on how you can use a little money. Just, it's a strategy game. Just, use strategy and make just thing happen because I'll tell you the secret is money gives you more money, right? Because if you do use little money, create faster areas as you can, that will allow you to start getting more ICE token that are going to allow you to be able to do more. So without further ado, I have 15 minutes to go. And I'm just going to go straight to the point, but please have fun as we are moving because that is all what it's about, having fun. I'm going to go straight from my PlanetIX back office and show you. I know Brother Stephen is more on the technical side of it, which I'm looking forward to it as well. Because for me, I'm a blue. If you know the color personality, I'm blue. We're blue, we just jump on anything and we just do the way we are. But sometimes we need people, green personality, red personality, like AG, Sister Queenie, or Brother Stephen, to structure us, right? To make us more. That's why it's so important that we are here today to learn from different personalities and be able to put all those personalities together and make it even more great than we do, right? So this is all as we know. If you are here for the first time, I'm not going to talk much about PlanetIX. You saw it on the video. We don't just play virtually, but the PlanetIX is really having a really impact as well on the world we live today. That's just amazing, right? You're just not building your financial freedom, but you are helping having a better world for us tomorrow and our generation to come, which make it more exciting. As you can see, I'm really on low budget, right? Because I've taken lots of my IX token in the past, and I'll show you a little bit how. And that is the fantastic about this game. It's a game with multiple sources of income. So if I start by, by showing you territories, because here when we come, we have all pixels. So if you come on your inventory, that show you all your pixels, what is a pix? A pix is just, it's just a piece of land worldwide, right? So every agent of change that been involved on PlanetIX owns some pix, right? So pigs are just pigs of land like that, like you have one everywhere, there and there. You can have a couple of them, you know. And then now the structure of the game is to allow you to put many pigs together. As you can see, from one pig, you start linking them together to be able to create areas, sectors, territory, or even domain, right? So at the moment, you need to think on what is the best way, because each time you manage to put pigs together, you manage to create what we call area. And we have, I think, 4 or 5 different areas. So we have what we call the legendary, the rare, the uncommon, the common, and the area, the outlier. So it goes from 10 pigs together to create one small area to 50 pigs together to create what we call the legendary. So on the low budget, because if you have enough of budget, you can say, if you want to create my domain, according for which area you're building, you can need 50, 100, 200, 500, it depends on how big you want. So you can go on the strategy to say, okay, I'm going to just get monopolized on all one full area. But trust me, you need a lot of ICE token to do that, because people are going to accept that there is no chance that all of them are going to accept in one time, and it can cost them lots of money, because the price of the pack depends on each person. Some people are going to accept, like if you can see on my offer here, you're going to have people that are going to give you a 2.85 ICE token to buy your legendary, that which I completely refuse. Some people are going to accept to sell their pigs for you at 8x token for the legendary. Other people are going to refuse. You know, some other people you see here, this is a common area. I gave 6x token to the person that declined it. So there's no a fixed price for land. So it's really up to the person that's selling it. So he can decide. You can see here the same X token. Someone accepts 5x token for the same legendary on the same area, but another person refused 15x token. So you need to think of all those points when you start building up. How do you do? In my own point of view, I have an average in my head. I say, okay, I don't even mind giving 20 ICE token for the same line legendary for someone, but I need to have a balance. So I'm gonna go on the way that, okay, it depends. If I manage to buy many ICE token on that area at 8 ICE token, 5 ICE token, which other people accept, that will give me a lot of balance, because my average in my head will like, I'm never gonna pass 10 ICE token for a pigs on the legendary. So if I take 20 ICE token there, I need to make sure that I find 2 people that are going to sell me cheaper, so I can afford, right, to manage the budget that I put on the other pigs to link them together. So how do me personally I do? What I do is, like, for example, if we come on this one, you're going to see every single parcel I create, I don't have pigs that goes around. Every single thing, because I'll show you the reason why I came up start working like this. Because before I was linking pigs together, but they wasn't touch each other, because I did not have the understand that they need to be linked together. I thought that it doesn't matter, and I'll show you clearly on another area I'm building. Because at the end, I was connecting them, and I'll show you what I'm saying, because when you put pigs together, that's not it. You need to go and create that territory. And you need to be careful when you create that territory, because if you don't select the right pigs, you're gonna have, and it's a mistake I did. You're not gonna select the right pigs, and then you're gonna find yourself selecting the pigs that are not linked to your previous area, which is going to make you another struggle, because you're going to need to create a full area again to be able to link them together. I think it's better to show that as I'm talking, so you can really understand the mistake not to do. For that, I need to go on some of my common. Let's come here because that's how I just make it quick to go where I want to go. So if we come, for example, here, this person just declined 6x token for this area. The thing that I look first when someone declines I just look, can I count down? Can I go around the person without having to put more money if I don't want to put? I'll say yes, because I'm not blocked, you know, because if you see what I mean, I'm not blocked. Some area where I develop, you have a lot of hole like this, like you can't go anywhere around. You must pay them for you to be able to move. And I'll show that on some of my legendary I'm doing there. So what I do is to fact that I look first, can I go around this? Can I put the 6 eyes token? If I feel like, okay, I can put the 6 eyes token or increase it, I'll go ask and I'll increase it. But if I feel like I can do without, like what happened here, you see those people, I request to buy their picks. And I had 18 picks here. It was just those 2 people that I needed to make this area here. But what happened is they came and they became greedy. I'll say greedy, but it's the game. It's not, there's nothing to be greedy or not. It's my business, it's my picks. I give the price I want. But I feel like giving 30 ice token for a common area to block somebody, that was a lot for me. And I was like, oh my God, should I just put the ice token? I even when I offered 10 ice token, which they refused. And I was like, oh my God, I just need that picks to get my 20 to make my area. Should I just close my eye and give the 30 ice token and get it done? But I said, no, I don't have to, because I have a lot of room. I have a lot of options. For me, the reason why you don't see picks going around is because I work the way that each picks that I purchase is there for an action. So what I do, first of all, when I create one area, I'm gonna cycle all the area, only the area, and offer. Like I'm gonna come here, just, you know, touch all the area that need to be connected. I'm not gonna go and offer anything around. At the beginning, that's what I do. The moment my area gets created, I cycle all around to see who is active. I don't care if they say yes or not on that moment. What I'm looking is who is playing, where do I go about? So like when I did that, here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come, here they come. That was my key point now to know which side I'm gonna start moving, all right? So I'm gonna come now next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cycle each green one, right? To see who's moving. I'm not going everywhere because I have a low budget and I want each picks that I buy to give me my next direction. So I'm gonna come there now, I'm gonna cycle each green that came out. Right? This one like this, you see this because the person was selling it at 2 ice token. Well, I just, why not? Let me just take it and I'll see tomorrow because it was quite cheap when I see compared to other people. But that's not the way I work. I work by cycle. So the moment I cycle this, I see 2 people come out and accept it. I start now extend it. Now I go around it and count 20 because I need 20 to make it happen. And then more now people gonna come. So that's now, the moment I know the area I'm going on, all the other part that I don't need anymore, I'm gonna go there and remove my bid, right? Because I don't want to be surprised. I don't need anybody to take any picks here for me at the moment because that's gonna delay me because it's gonna take me more ice token, which I know. So I'm gonna go now and disconnect all this, take away all the offer and just keep the offer where I'm building, right? So my money stays just for what I need. And exactly the same. So now when I start getting a bit more and I saw that maybe these people doesn't react or these people are not react, I'm gonna create now a bridge. Like this is a completely new bridge I create because I wanted to connect, because I need to connect this to that, right? Because you can see this one is alone. And the mistake I did at the beginning, all these peaks was already there, but what, because it was my first things I was building, I was coming here and I counted 20 peaks without taking this was supposed to be connected with this one. So I counted 20 here. Now I give myself more stress because I need to connect this to this at least, as this is already connected to that. So you see here, I have 4 areas, but just 2 are connected. So my strategy is all about now connecting them together. And for that, I'm taking some extension outside to just try to see who is available for me. But as I said, every single pics that is in the market there are touching anyone. So every offer that I receive is there to connect with all the other pics that are already linked together. That's the way for me. I'm not gonna come here and start offer pics here for people to take because I know it's gonna take me a long way to complete that and I'll need more IX token. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna link, I'm just gonna place exactly where I need to create something, and that's where I'm gonna put the offer. I don't go anywhere else. I'm just gonna go where I need to create what I'm building. And that's how I'm gonna do the offer. That's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just come around who is touching who to do the impact I wanna do. And that's where I place my bid all the time, all the time. So like if you see all what have been bought, like now they say I have a new notification. If I go on that notification, you're gonna see that it's a pics which I really need. So like today, yesterday I sold 2 pics, or this morning, I can't remember, I sold 2 pics, but the 2 pics went exactly where I need. Like right now, I say, I may say, okay, let me just take the 6 IX token because I don't have any. On my common at the moment, I did at 5 IX token, I don't go more than that. Then now, if you decline, I'm gonna go and check. If you decline, it's a really strategic place, I can increase it, but if it's not really strategic, I'm not gonna touch it. So if I say I can come and say, okay, I can decline it or I can accept it. So the choice is mine now. And I can say, okay, that can buy me another pick somewhere. That can buy me another picks compared. I can say I have a lot. I'll take this just to have a couple of IX tokens, okay? Because this can buy me one common somewhere. And I'll accept it because I have lots of them. But you can have, because you have people, if it's not 17 IX token for their legendary, I have like all in now, if it's not 18 IX token for his legendary, if you follow him, don't even bother yourself until it's 18 IX token for his legendary, he's not gonna sell it to you. So you still have people that accept at 5 IX token. I still got some people that accept my legendary at 5 IX token, 6 IX token. But the area to avoid, Brother Stephen, don't forget to tell me when I have to stop, because you know when you are passionate, you start going on and on again, and you don't know when to stop. So like you see some people still accept 3 IX token for a common area, for outlier, but some don't. So you need to really know what to do. This was an accident I did when I didn't know when the game was starting. Area like this, at this point of the game, avoid them, and I'll tell you why. Area like this, really, you need to avoid them, and I'll tell you why. Because you get, at this stage of the game, you have choice to have, you build your game where there's no obstacle. Here, there's a lot of obstacles. You are prisoner to all those owners of the pigs because you can go around them. If this person can accept my pigs, there's no way I'm going to be able to connect with the other people. So it's going to be more challenging for me. We have so much choice with many pigs where you can go around everybody and do it quick. I was building in Cameroon there and I didn't pay attention at the beginning, all those obstacles, because there's no pigs here. I can do nothing. So those people don't accept, this game going to be difficult for me to complete. And we know today that it's not everybody that plays. But on big area like this that need more pigs connected together, don't come on risky area like this, because you're gonna have people that are gonna come and ask you crazy prices, and you have any other choice than to pay, because without them, you can't achieve what you want to achieve. So when you try to choose the area you want to build, don't look on the areas that have a lot of, empty space like that. It's more complicated. At this stage of the game, you can avoid this kind of thing. Just go on places like you saw here. There's a lot, like if you see this person that I just take their pics, if you look what I'm telling you, for example, Even this one for me to create my legendary, I'm gonna avoid it because it's too much, you know. And look as well, because some people are gonna come, and when you look at an area like this, you see offers like that crazy. Like you see if you can afford 20 IX token. If they come there and they start giving crazy prices, don't stay there because you have a lot of choice at the moment. You have picks everywhere. Look at this one. He come out as 398 IX token. You don't want to build your area where people are going to be greedy, where people are going to make it difficult for you. And knowing that you have so much room here, it's complicated. That's why things like that, I just sell it quicker without even hesitating. But you need to go where you can, and all pixels have that. You have a choice on where. Look your area wisely before you start building. It's really important. Look your area wisely. Like for me here, I'm never gonna be stuck, for example, because I can always go around them. This guy gonna come here for an outlier here. He's gonna ask me for, if you can see, he's asking for 15 IX token, 16 IX token for an outlier, which there's no way I'm gonna pay that. But I have a choice. I can go around him easily. I can play and start going down, 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 down again. You see? So look area where there's no obstacle, where you have more chance to grow your area than where you can. So the moment that is done, you put all the picks together, you can come now on manage my territory, because the moment all the picks you are looking for I put together, it comes here and it shows you all those picks. So you have to click and select them. So if it's a 20 to 20, you see, you just have to select all of them and create it. These are already been created. Until you do that, then the moment you select the right picks, they're gonna allow you to create it. The moment you create that, you can come and see it here. As you can see, there's quite a few of them now for me. And I'm not far now to create my legendary, just 4 picks away from it, and then many more coming up, few picks. So it's just like right now, as you can see, I just have 14 days again to go to be able to unlock my staking, because I stake here, and you can see I'm not going to touch my initial capital. I'm just going to touch my interest, because quite good interest here. And if you can see as well on the one I staked for 6 months, 104 days to go, I just going to be playing with my interest. So I don't need to be stressing. And a good thing with having your territory earlier is because, you know, it gives you IX token coming in. You know, it gives you IX token coming in. So the more quicker you build them as you are growing, the more quick you can start earning IX token to put back into it and to make it grow. So for me, the strategy I want to give you, according for how big is your budget, don't go far. Just keep selecting around the picks you want to work on it. Every time someone accepts that gives you the next direction where you're going to cycle again to place a bid just where you're going to have a result. So I hope I didn't go too far. And I think that's all from me today.
That is wonderful, sis. And see, Adelaide's got 10 areas. I noted that. She's got 10 areas, 2 different categories. You saw that, outlier and common. And she's built, you said you're 4 away from legendary, right? Is that right? 4 away from your first? 4 picks away from legendary.
And then
yeah.
2 picks away from one of my rares, right? So
it's wonderful, sis. Thank you so much. Hey, if you've got something from what Adelaide shared tonight, why don't you put a 1 inside the chat and say 1. She gave me so much value. You can see she knows what she's talking about. She's got 7,000 staked in 2 different parts of the staking category, and she's built a wonderful way. And she's tried to not only think about the big picture for the ones who've got money in IXT to burn, she's thinking about you. And we're thinking about you, the person that may be just starting on the game and wondering, what do you do with so few? So she's given you some strategies there. A massive one from me, Adelaide. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, let's move on to number 2. And this person here, like myself in a way, we both got it late. We both sort of understood this a little bit late, like, oh, April-ish. He'll tell you a little bit more. And you know what? Since then, he's gone great guns. I'm not sure if he's got his legendary territory yet, plus a lot of others, which you'll share about. But he's in the top 100 for the top 100 traders worldwide. I saw him in the top over the last couple of days. And he's also got a share in a 6-star landmark. Now, don't forget about 4-star, 5-star. He's got a share in a 6-star. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Eddie Noop from the Netherlands.
All right, guys, I'm so excited. And Adelaide, thank you so much for your part of the story. And guys, it doesn't matter when we started, how we started. It doesn't matter what level we already have, but we learn from each other. Guys, I'm learning from Adelaide, and I'm happy she was here, and she is here to give her some of her ideas and some of her tips, because that is how we learn. Well, as Steven said, I was also one of those late starters. For me, it was a little bit more difficult to walk on my own feet, but I got the clue. I got the clue. And actually, I'm very thankful to the PlanetIX team themselves. I remember in April, beginning of April, I was still clueless about how should I play this game? How should I do this? I have all these pixels, but territories. What's the value of pixels? And all these questions, I had them coming on. So in April, I was in Dubai, and I got a personal training together with a small group of AOCs, Agents of Change, from Chris himself. And that was so revealing to me. That was so revealing. Oh, now I understand. Now I understand the system of territory. Now I understand the system of passive income. And that's the moment, actually, I was really starting. So actually, my start was only from beginning of May. I think Adelaide already had some territories over then. But I was just starting beginning of May. Guys, and as you know, I'm a president 1-star in crowd 1. So I'm aiming for the highest. So later on in my part of this story, you will see how I try to create a legendary territory. Because we have outliers, we have common, we have suburb, we have, you know, but legendary. That's really exciting. If we can manage to create a legendary, I will show it to you later on. But why is it so important? And that's what I want to start with. Why is it so important to be active in this game? Because people can say, hey, yeah, this is just a game, you know, you're playing that game, you can come on whenever you want and just do it a little bit or whatever. No, it's important to keep on playing this game. And why? Because it's giving you passive income. And that's so powerful. And you already saw a little bit from it in Adelaide's part. I remember last month, the month of June. Well, there was a powerful month. And I'm going to show you a picture, guys, before we move on to my PlanetIX area. Let me see. I hope you can see this picture, guys, because on June 22nd, we had an airdrop. Well, this was the airdrop of June 22nd. And this shows that just a little bit activity can give you passive income during an airdrop. Like if you have bought pixels 5 times, just 5 times, it's 250 IXT. If you made a listing, 250 IXT, and so on. And the first 100 stake, 100 IXT. Guys, this is crazy. This is really crazy. Let me tell you, what I received on June 22nd, June 22nd, I got 1,200 IXT. Passive income. Well, back then, IXT was around 90 cents. I didn't check today, but recently it was $1.15, $1.20, $1.30 again. So imagine how this IXT grows if you still have them, especially if you stake them. So be active in this game. That's really, really important because it gives you passive income. And the more territories you create, the more passive income you will create as well. Because Adelaide showed you that staking territories gives you passive income. Well, I'm gonna take you to my screen and let's continue a little bit where Adelaide stopped, because I'm actually doing the same. As you see here, this is part of my my Greenland territory that I'm building. It's quite cold over there, guys. Greenland, ice, snow, whatever. It doesn't matter, we don't feel it online, luckily. And here you see my first territory, which is also outliers. So it's 10 pixels connected, and you see some open spaces over here. Well, of course, just as Adelaide is doing, I have open bids on these pixels. What you see here, and this is what I want to focus on for a moment. Before I just did my bids on these pixels, I did several times bids on this pixel and on this one and on this one. This one is still ongoing. But I had bids on this pixel and it was refused all the time. It was refused all the time. But I also have my max. I don't go higher than I want to pay for that pixel. It's that simple. So if we talk about outliers, well, I start my bidding with 1 IXT. Just one, because I think 1 is enough at this moment for outliers. And a lot of people, most people, they accept 1 IXT, and then I purchase their pixel for 1 IXT. Sometimes I put in 1.25, 150, maybe 2. Maybe if I really need it, maybe 3. But this guy was refusing. He was declining all these bids. So I said in myself, okay, I don't need your pixel anymore. I will build around you. So I'm bidding on these pixels, and I got these pixels for 1 IXT. Guess what? If and I will keep on building here, of course, but guess what? What is the value of his pixel for him? It has no value anymore. It is nada, it's 0. He could have earned 1 or 2 or maybe maximum 3 IXT. But now he earns nothing and his pixel is worthless. Totally worthless. Well, and that's what's happening if you don't play this game actively and if you don't play this game in a smart way. Well, to play this game, guys, I really want to recommend you be active on the PlanetIX Discord channel. Because there you can find a lot of other players. You can find a real big bunch of players over there, and you can communicate with them. You can really communicate with them and maybe make some negotiations. Maybe they own some pixels close to where you want to build your territory, and maybe you own pixels close to where they want to build their territory. So in this way, it's a game of working together. And of course, there are always players who, actually they play for themselves, or they keep on bidding and bidding and bidding on pixels close to yours, and they are not approachable. Yeah, it happens. They don't understand the game. But yeah, even if they don't want to sell their pixels, I just let them. I just let them. And I work around them. That's the way I do it. And in this way, you see, this is my first territory, and I have bids all over to create more territories. Of course, on this side, more on this side, and a little bit down. And I don't cross this line. I don't cross this line. Why? Because there's these obstacles over here, of course. So I don't cross this line. This is my line. And I work towards the right. Okay, my head was going to the right as well. Yeah, I guess so. So I'm working towards the right. And that is an enormous, enormous space where I can create a lot of territories. Well, what I really like about this game, look at this. This is the newest feature, that we have this globe and we can just turn the globe. I really love it. And in this way, you see that, yeah, this game is really improving. It's really improving. Each time they come up with something new, with something spectacular, with something big. And that's so exciting. Well, for those who are not very familiar yet with PlanetIX, just a little insight, you see red pixels, you see green pixels. Well, the green pixels in this screen, they are my pixels. So I own all these green pixels, and you see it's a lot of areas all over the world. Sometimes it's a little bit more. Here we see the native country of Stephen. You see, let's see. Well, I'm doing quite well. I didn't focus on it yet, but you see quite a bunch of pixels over there. And yeah, well, maybe, oh, this is really going too. Maybe I will create something over there as well. You see, it's quite a bunch. So maybe I'm gonna buy this whole island of New Zealand. I don't know. We'll see. But again, it's important to be active. You see, I can turn this globe all around. And let me show you. No, let me show you my big project. My big project. And of course, I'm having projects all over the world. Like you saw in Greenland, I have some projects in Canada. I have some projects in Uruguay, different countries where I try to build some territories. But as I said, I am aiming for the highest, which means I want legendary. I want legendary territories, and they are the most difficult, of course, because they also have the highest price. Well, here you see London. I have some things over there, but it's still quite spread. But here you see my native country, the Netherlands. That is where I live. I am living in the center of the Netherlands in a little town, Zeewolde, which is somewhere over here. I even didn't focus on that, but I focused on our capital city, of course. But what do you see here, guys? You see this big green spot over there. This is Amsterdam. This is just Amsterdam. This is huge. But if I zoom in, and I will zoom in more and more, and then I will zoom in on this spot, on this part. And actually, this is the center of Amsterdam. So here are boat tours. The central station is close by. It's the shopping center of Amsterdam. So it will have high value coming up. Well, I will zoom in more and more and more. You see what's happening. This is really, really huge. This is legendary, guys. And let me put on my inventory. And let's see what's going on. It takes some time to refresh. Of course, sometimes it takes a little time, but there we go. You see, let's go to the bottom, somewhere to the bottom of this part, and look at what's going on here. This is my legendary project in Amsterdam. And as you can see, there's a lot. This is difficult because there's also obstacles over here. But I like obstacles because we can overcome obstacles. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of obstacles here, but still I know I will be able to build territories over here. Why? Because I do have a lot of pixels in this part of Amsterdam. This is really huge. You see, it's when I go up, when I go to the left, it's a lot of pixels. And there is no play around with that much of pixels in this area of Amsterdam. So yesterday, for instance, let me go back down. Finally, someone accepted my bid on this pixel, and someone accepted my bid on this pixel. So what you see here, that I'm quite near to a territory. Well, legendary, it needs 50 pixels together, 50 pixels connected. So actually, when I have one here, or even these two, and a connection somewhere over here, a connection over here, I'm getting closer and closer and closer. Well, this takes time and effort. This takes activity. I really need to be focused. And you need to be smart. If I bid, and I'm really sneaky, if I bid on legendary, I start bidding at 4 IXT. Well, I know legendary, you can sell them for 15, sometimes even 20. But I start bidding on 4 IXT. Guess what happens? A lot of people, oh, it's 4 IXT. Wow, I'm going to sell my pixel because then I have 4 IXT. So that's my start bid. And then I go up little by little, 4.25, 4.5, 4.75. And sometimes I pay 7 or 8 or 9, 10. Or even a bit more if I need that pixel. In this case, I was fighting with another AOC here, which is actually, I know his father, because he's also one of the top leaders in Cloud One. And later on, we found out that he was the son of. So we started talking on Discord. That's why Discord is so important. We just started talking on Discord. Hey, listen, hey, you are from London, you are from the UK, and you are building something over there. I'm from the Netherlands, I'm from Amsterdam. So I want to have Amsterdam. If you take London, I take Amsterdam. So we work together, we are neighbors, no problem at all. So let's make a deal. You go to London, I stay in Amsterdam. So I want all your pixels in Amsterdam. And we bargain the price. We just bargain the price. And in this way, I was able to grow my huge area here in Amsterdam. What will happen if one or more territories will be created here? And I think it will be soon. It gives me a lot of passive income. It gives me huge passive income. And on top of that, I can, and let me zoom out a little bit more, I can connect more areas together. Why wouldn't it be able to connect this area to this area? And this area to this area? And so on. Because it's possible. It's really possible, but you need to be on the spot. Well, let me give you one more tip. And this is really exciting. One more tip to get sometimes very low prices on pixels. Let me focus on this area. This is my Amsterdam area, of course. And I go to the Explore button. And there, of course, you can see the pixels. Let me see, it's coming up, I think. And now you see pixels of many other countries. I refresh with this button. This is important because now it will show me only the pixels in that area. And you see a lot of pixels that are on the marketplace over here. But what I do, I go to the bundles. I go to the bundles and I see what bundles are available in this area. And is it something that I can use? I have to refresh again because it gives me other countries again. But look at this. Here are several bundles. You see here someone is trying to sell a bundle of 3 pixels for 400 IXT. Well, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. He will never sell it for that price. Yeah, maybe in 2 years from now. I don't know, but not at this time. Even 98 for 2, 16 for 2. It could be possible. It could be. It's 8 IXT per pixel. Let me go here. 16 IXT for 4. This means an average of 4 IXT per pixel in this area. So I'm going to check. Where is this one? Is it close to somewhere I am? And could it be of use to me? So I'm just checking. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Well, I have some pixels in that area. It's not specifically necessary, but well, just for the fun. You see, I have enough IXT on my balance. Just for the fun, I say, let me buy it right now. Just for the show, just for the moment, so you can see what's going on. And of course, you will not see the transaction, the contract, because somehow that's not visible in Zoom. I confirm my buy, and you will see what's happening on screen. It takes a little bit time confirming the transaction in your wallet. Sometimes it takes quite a long time. Sometimes it exceeds the number of attempts on the blockchain, and then it will return you an error. But in this case, I purchased those 4 pixels for 16 IXT. Guys, I did it before. Let me see. I purchased here a bunch for 7 IXT, some for 5, some for 4. This was also a bundle of 2 pixels. I think I could use them. 2 IXT of 2 pixels for 8 IXT. So that's 4 on average. So maybe the guy was desperate and he said, oh, I need money or something. So I'm going to sell this for 4 IXT each. Guys, this is how we play the game. So you need to be smart and you need to be active. And if you're active, you're going to play this game in an amazing way. You're going to create an amazing passive income. Well, let me go to what Stephen was referring to, the marketplace campaign, where there is a prize pool. Yes, indeed, there is a prize pool of 4,000 IXT, and the top 100, and there's also a raffle for a AOC Genesis gold badge. Well, let me see the rankings. And well, I'm now 98. 87. I'm growing again. Position 87. And in the past few days, I sold and I purchased in total 378 pixels for 1,158 IXT. And this is my score. So I'm now in position 87. And I think this action is running till the 14th of July. That's tomorrow. Yeah, 14th of July, 1 p.m. UTC. So I hope I'm still in that leaderboard and I get some pixels, or some IXT, because I'm one of those top sellers, top buyers in the world. Guys, this game is so extremely exciting. And I can promise you one thing before I hand it over to Stephen again. I can promise you one thing. Very, very soon, I think it will be somewhere after the summer holidays, because now it's summer holidays all over the world. We will have another special PlanetIX session with Chris, the head of community. So he will be coming very soon on a special session given by him on this webinar, on this box, to give a special IXT, PlanetIX, Polygon, MetaMask, whatever training by the head of community, Chris. I was supposed to meet him a few weeks ago. He was in the Netherlands, but he was called back to Sweden because of a Polygon scan hack. So we had to rush back to Sweden. Otherwise, we would have been meeting and had a good time together. But he will be with us very soon in this webinar. Guys, it makes me so exciting that this whole team is so approachable, and we are working with this team and we can ask them everything we want. Also in this Discord channel, they have the help desk in the Discord channel, which is really helpful. People help each other. AOCs help each other. There are guardians who are giving their help. The IT team is giving their help. So they're doing an amazing, amazing job. So, well, I hope you had you learned something from my point of view. And well, let's go quickly back to Stephen, because there's more to come.
That's right. Thank you so much, Eddie New from the Netherlands. If you got value from what our brother shared tonight, why don't you drop a 2? Drop a 2 inside the chat. 2 for Eddie, who's number 2. And did you notice how many IXT he had before he did that purchase? Can anyone tell? Did anyone notice how much IXT? Give you 3, 2, 1, 0. He had 832 IXT just waiting to purchase something. Maybe it's your picks if you're in the area he's building. So well done. Eddie Nuke started late in May. Look at him going great guns, building his legendary empire, as well as reaching other parts of the world with outliers, and who knows what else is coming. Well, next on the list, number 3. It's going to be Queenie Doyle, my sister from another mother and father, all the way from Australia, just the closest one to me out of the 4 tonight. She is a wonderful woman that is so giving in heart, and she's helped me to understand the game better to where I am as well today. She helps me actually to get my IXT as well. So this one, she has built so many areas in a short amount of time, and she's on the verge of a sector. So without me saying anything more, my beautiful, wonderful sister, why don't you come on down and share with us your insight?
Oh, wow. Thank you, Brother Stephen. What a great MC tonight. Right, everyone? Give it a 444. Yeah, we'll make it number 4 because I think 3's taken. Was it 2? Whichever way, he's doing really well. Thank you, brother. From another mother all the way next door, not too far away from Australia. And wow, it's been impactful. It has been an hour, but you know what? I'm just learning. I've got notes happening, you name it. I mean, there's been some great strategies there with Sister Adelaide. Wow, look at that. I mean, she, you know, I've got a couple of those, you know, little blank spots there where I couldn't build any territory. So great tip there. I really like it, sis. And then President Eddie, our very own president, look at that. I mean, I was waiting for that number, what is it, 6-star landmark. That would have been epic. And I don't know anyone that has one. So congratulations on that. Absolutely fantastic. And good at building at your own home. So I know that you've been having a lot of information over. I mean, it's a lot to absorb in. So what I might come in at a different angle, because I know that they've pretty much covered quite a bit of the basics. You know how the game is, and you know, with different strategies in building. I'll just show you guys where I'm building and maybe a defense kind of mode. I like to build a barrier. I like coastal area, natural areas. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a way that I look at the game and moving forward, because you really want to look and think domain, right? Really the bigger picture. And you got that with our last 2 leaders. And I know Stephen's got a strategy on his own as well, you know, through just combining everything. And that's what's really good about tonight. Is that we're able to share a little bit of insight with PlanetIX, with all of our AOC family. So bear with me, I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully that will get going. So let's make sure the sound's there. Brother Stephen, can you see my screen at all?
Can, sis, can. Oh, and 1 minute away from the raffle too. Okay. Well done.
Before we get started, if anyone right now, let's give it about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. All right, if you want to be on this raffle, let's do that before we get into it. It won't be really long. I know that I really appreciate your guys' patience, but you know, you can see the enthusiasm, the excitement from the leaders, just to let you know how we're interacting with the game and how it's impacting with other AOC members. So really, really appreciate your patience on this. So give a bit of a time, to go into this raffle. I'm going to go in this raffle. I'll be honest. I mean, there is a special tip. Brother Stephen, you told me earlier there's a little bit something extra that might be thrown into this raffle as an anniversary, maybe anniversary on the first ever raffle, maybe in PlanetIX, maybe a year ago, maybe 6 months ago. So if you got a little insight, bro, just to tab in.
Yeah, it's just simply from the Discord channel, which President Eddie mentioned earlier on, is they said that because this is the anniversary of the first year when PlanetIX came out to C1 members, then they said, well, not only will you have a chance at the 7 shares, I believe those who receive those 7 shares, they're also going to have a bonus gift. What that is, we don't know. So congratulations for all of us that are going to enter. And you're going to see our sister Queenie. She's going to do this live in front of you. Get some while she gets some, you get some, I'll get some.
Awesome, fantastic. All right. Well, for me, when it comes to raffle, you know, well, since we're here, I don't really go to every single draw. I really do take in mind the landmark that's going forward, how many shares to that, supposedly the more, the better. OMG, okay, I'm looking at about seven seconds to go. So what I'm going to do is I like refreshing pages, make sure that I really do get in. I've got about 1 second. Let's see the details. I'm doing it live right here. Let's just go for 20, but I know you can buy more, maybe up to about 1,000. Just because it's special, there's 1 million over here. So let's go for 20. Let's enter. Hopefully it is okay. Let's confirm. Hopefully we're not in the queue for too long, that it is a success. Oh, fingers crossed. All right, it might, well, there we go, a success live. It's recorded, right, bro? Awesome, fantastic. Look at that. Okay, so I've got 20, okay, an opportunity to get, wow, look at that, a share out of 7 for a 4-star covering an earning diameter of 500 kilometers. Now that's pretty cool. And look at that, Unity weaves fortitude. Can't imagine. So we'll get a revealing on what that landmark is, but the raffle entry will close in about 23 hours. And as you can see, wow, look at that. It's already at 948. Wow, and decreasing as it is. So plenty of chance to get in there, go for it. And then the announcement of the winners is within 1 day. Is that correct? I think that's 1 day. I thought it would be 1 hour. But yeah, all good. 23 hours, there you go. Go for it, get a raffle ticket and go for gold. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go back to our beautiful globe in our gaming platform. We won't spend too long here, but look at that, what a great earth. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Green being your pixels, as you're already aware, or maybe you're just new at it, all good. And red, well, I think of it as everyone else. So let me just show you where I am building in. I had to have something in Polynesia. So I've got the big island in Hawaii. And as you've seen with President Eddie, you know, it looks a bit, oh yeah, not too much, but you can see this little really condensed area. You can tell that I'm building there, right? Well, I can tell myself anyway, right? And you'll get used to it. You'll become a great person at geography. You would not imagine, right? I'm now starting to know our globe. That's just education on its own, but you can see territories are getting built here. It is an uncommon area in the island of Hawaii. I can tell you now, this is not me either. There is a few of us that are building here in the big island of Hawaii. So that's pretty cool. We're on the edge of a volcano geographically, which is pretty cool. I'm thinking if we're having facilities, maybe just out, I'm dreaming sometimes I might have a hot lava hotel or resort or something like that. Just thinking, you know, a little bit out there, but all good. You can see the territories that are going, and I can understand where Sister Adelaide was coming at with her strategy, giving everyone an opportunity to really go there. But I can tell you now, I've been battling with these. There's only very little that I'm missing out, but I've been battling with them, and it got to the point where, you know, they're even rejecting 25. I was willing to pay 25 for these, and they still rejected, and it was just unbelievable. But I've still got to move forward. So it is what it is with the game, and they're absolutely like zero at this point. But maybe somewhere as a suggestion later on, if we have a chance to maybe rebid there and maybe join them onto the territories that exist, maybe that's something that can go into Discord as a suggestion. So things like that you can put, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean any harm to suggest something like that as well. All right, and you can see I've pretty much opened everywhere else to try and, you know, play the game and get everyone involved. But you can see I can probably have an opportunity to build an area here and also other numerous areas. And if you just move out a little bit, you can see maybe a bigger picture. If I don't push it too far, you can see where I'm sort of heading. But what I wanted to show you guys was really where you choose to build. And in the game, I mean, you can see here, there's a different sizing of picking. Now, if I just jump over here and highlight here, it's a common. I do believe it is a common, yep, it's a common picks, right? But if you go in the area where I'm building, it will be an uncommon. So I looked for edges where no one else could build from that point on, if that makes any sense. It's strategy. Another type of strategy, looking at when you're building, obviously, make sure you get as many red pixels as you can in those areas so you can have an opportunity to build, just like Sister Adelaide said. But that's why I like coastal or natural areas. And you can see no one else could come here because the next area will be a common. That's totally, completely different territory to what I'm building in the uncommon area. And then from there, you can see I've really condensed in an area where I've calculated it's 600 to make a domain. So I've accounted for something like 1,000 pixels to really get to that number, to that final benchmark, you know, because some people are not going to play it. Some people are not going to be interacting with the game, and you've got to really allow for that as part of your strategy, really moving forward. So these are some technical strategies I was looking at when you're building. And of course, like President Eddie, anyone that's in that area, if they could be in a bundle. I've had one fella who decided to bundle all the pixels he's got in my area and offered it, you know, as a bundle without having, because it's United States, I could have someone in a bundle who might have it in California, but I've got about 2 or 3 pixels that are from Hawaii that I need, but I've got like 30 of them in, you know, in Chicago or something like that, or California, whatever, right? So it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't be feasible for me to actually get it. It wouldn't be impactful to my game. It's not part of my game plan. You know, 3 out of 25 of them. I'm not building in that area. So it's really hard to interact with players like that. So if you've got some bundles, maybe as a strategy for bundles is bundle the pixels around in the same sort of area. And that way your bundles can be at play, because there's a lot of bundles that are together, especially if you're in United States. They could have territories in islands, like in the Pacific, like Hawaii, you know, or they could have Guam. So really think about when you're bundling, make it around the same area, even if it's 5 or 10, because some people won't look at 100 or 300 and they only need a couple of pixels. So also remember that we're at the beginning of our game as well. So you're looking at, you heard President Eddie, maybe 2 years they'll pay 300 for 3 pixels. But for now, we're right at the beginning of our game. So it's really just us, our tight-knit Crowd One, you know, family who are AOCs as well, who so happen to be in the beginning and the forefront of the game. So really help each other to really grow in the game, if that makes sense. And you can see activity happening. Maybe a lot of bids come your way. I had a suggestion from Brother Stephen, have a look at maybe starting at your different tiers, legendaries in countries that might be surrounded in the area. I've got, for instance, 1,200 legendary pixels in Mexico, but I'm not going to bundle them all in one go and give it to all one person. Maybe I'll segregate, you know, 5, 10, 20, maybe 30 and put something like 40 IXTs, you know, on there. Make it affordable, because you really want the game to move forward. So, you know, everyone can be a winner if you interact like that. But Discord, absolutely fantastic. It's a tool that you need. Interacting with other AOC members is crucial as well. All right, so as you can see with my gameplay, I've got to the edge. I found it easier to go like that, but I've also minimized myself because it's still a really big island. If I zoom back, you're talking this whole area here. It's not going to be possible for me. I'm not going to have enough unless I'm a billionaire. which I'm hoping this game is going to go there. It will at some time down, right? But for now, you're building in such a small area. You want to barrier it off. So what I've done is I've literally gone one line right across, and you can see the effect that's happening. I'm blocking off any chances of anyone building in this area and getting as much, putting like President Eddie's strategy, getting as much pixels in those areas as possible. Now you can see the highlighted ones, obviously they're bundles or fixed price to that perks. No one's going to buy it. I'm building in there. I've got the majority of pixels in that concentrated area. You can just wait. You're going to buy it anyway, but you're just going to try and get all these other ones before you do, because they're not going anywhere. I can tell you now. And so that can be at your advantage as well. The more people, more you start touching it, do your, 2IXTs or 4IXTs, whatever strategy you've got in your bedding, make sure it's just in this concentrated area. But you can see I'm starting to barrier it off because I can see someone else is building. You've got to also look at your surrounding. It's almost like, what's that game? Space Invaders or Battleship. You've got to look at your territory and all that kind of stuff. So really engage in the game like that. You've got to be really in it, right? You've got to be really in it to think. But that's just me. I'm referred to what you call a green, but I'm also red with a touch of blue, right? I still love having fun. You have fun doing it, right? Because some pixels, I can tell you, it's anywhere between 1, and I think the highest I've ever betted is 20 in this area, but it was a crucial link. You can imagine, something around like this. It was just a crucial link to be, because it was a missing link from here and here, and I really needed it. And so, 20 looks great. As soon as I see it, bang, doesn't matter where they are, I'll take it, 20 IXT. And when you're looking at isn't it great when you can check the pricing? I hope everyone is on the decks. They're all aware at the pricing of where our token is heading right now. And these are some of the things you'll probably hear from Chris when he comes on. So I won't keep us too long, but you can see, I also take my strategy in how much our token is as well. This also comes into my strategy plan, playing like play game or game plan. Yeah, well, you know what I mean. So it's pretty late down here. It's about 10 o'clock in Australia. So, just bear with me if I get a bit, but you can see, look, it's $1.19. You can see earlier on, it did reach a maximum of $2.21, but you can tell that, we've got a lot of things going. L-Bank, if you're involved with that, with the trading part, these are some extra elements that are happening around in PlanetIX. It's not just trading your pixels. You've also got a trading, platform and, a centralized bank, right? A DeFi bank, which is L-Bank. So that's something extra you can look at and things like that. If you're a bit of a trader, you can go in that as well. But I mean, $1.20, look at that. It's still rising, and it's pretty cool. All right, so I had a little bit of a look. If you haven't, with OpenSea, we've got some new NFTs happening now. Blue is my favorite color, but you can see some of the facilities that are going to be released. And these are NFT versions, and they're absolutely gorgeous, right? Like, we're going to have to play the game, peeps, and we're going to have to get these. Make sure you got to badge yourself. You would have seen, if you purchase a drone, you would have got the normal drone that we've got is the Genesis. I think there was another, oh, here we go. But isn't that beautiful? The way it moves, it's interactive. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the special one. The Piercer was the ordinary one.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, brother. Oh, yes, that's right. The Pierce was the, that's right. And look at that, voting rights. You got badges, airdrops, whitelisting, all these kind of features in there. Then you can see some of these. They've only come up in the last 24 hours, I think. Hopefully, well, at least that's what it was noted to me. But uncommon bio mods. I mean, this is getting more interesting. You can see it's a life form organism, but digital version, that's a little bit of a science tech sort of thing there. But there's something that's going to take these pills, I don't know, vast or vessels of some sort, and it's going to produce something. It's a living organism. If you really look at it, just to take, it's really intriguing, right? It actually moves. It's got tentacles. Oh, yeah. But anyway, that's me concentrating a little bit too much on our NFTs, but you can see a little bit of details in there, which is absolutely beautiful. You can see the facilities, solar grid. Check that out. I've never seen anything like it. It's futuristic. And you can really tell these NFTs are going to be like facilities are going to be major. So you're looking at whatever domain that you're going to build, whether it's uncommon, legendary, you know, outlier, whatever tier, it's going to have facilities put on these territories because it's all about rebuilding our earth. But anyways, that's me getting into the game. You know, you've got to follow the game book. Mother Nature is absolutely angry right now, but us, we're going to be the angels of earth, and we're going to really vamp it up. And it's going to take technology. It's going to take, you know, futuristic kind of, oh, look at that. It's just hectic. I drown in it. Okay. I really drown in it. It's really fantastic. I haven't seen anything out of the market on it. I mean, there you go. Radiant Gardens. I mean, you can see here, it's moving. It's absolutely gorgeous. The science, the tech, the whole digital aspect of it is just incredible. I haven't really seen anything like it. So be really proud of the NFTs that are coming out of PlanetIX. They've done a fantastic job at that. So that's pretty much a little bit of from me. I can be here all day, but you can see there's more. I'll leave it to you to go, oh, look at that, it's wicked. Good heavens. Fusion core, who knows? Hydropower, electricity, something. It is just wicked, right? It gets worse. You've got golden tickets. These are what our raffle tickets are, probably passes we're going to get. It's just crazy. Like, our game is evolving. Like, President Eddie is so right. It's evolving. It's really moving with the time. And it's got science. Like, I think there's a heartbeat in this. It's just incredible. It just looks like a heart. I don't know, but it's a legendary. President Eddie, this is something that will interest you. I can see it's going to be something that's just, I don't know, it's going to birth something. It's just funky, right? But the anticipating thing about PlanetIX, it's totally true. You've got to be engaging in the game. You've got to be active. And the last airdrops on the 22nd of June, that was rewarded just for being loyal AOC members of PlanetIX. You can see the videos with Stephen. Absolutely, I mean, green, like Greenpeace. We're giving back the essential element of life, and that's oxygen, right? No trees, no oxygen, come on. Yes, yes, yes. So we're impacting the real world. We're impacting in the game. We're keeping up with the times. No one's going to beat us. These NFTs are absolutely non-fungible in a way where it's unique on their own. Yes, limited versions, but look, it's unique. You can actually probably sell them down the track. And because we're first in, and we're getting it as peanuts, I'm telling you now, it's peanuts right now, because it could be worth, who knows? It could be worth 100 to you, maybe 200, ridiculous things. People are selling territories, landmark stuff, let's just say Decentraland, for over millions of dollars. Our virtual real estate was bought at $11 billion. I won't tell you the country, but I can tell you now, virtual real estate is a money-making, breaking, for goodness sake, it's absolutely crazy. But you're in the right space. So I hope you guys are enjoying the training right now. We don't want to keep you for too long. It's been, you know, over an hour, but hopefully we're entertaining you and we're giving you a little bit of insight. But these are a few things, hopefully, that you can take on board. And if not, hey, we're having fun. All right, thank you again. Back over to our wonderful MC in New Zealand, Aotearoa. I might just intro you, bro, because I have to say you're doing really great. You organized this event really early in the piece for all of us leaders. And you know, I can't really speak for all of us, but I know in our hearts we speak the same song, and we say thank you, because this is something that we really like to interact with all our family members of Crowd One, especially if you're in PlanetIX. You know, this whole community experience is, you know, uplifting. We can learn from each other, and who better at the forefront of the game, and that's us as agents of change. So be really interactive with the game, and we're moving with the time. So thank you again. But let me introduce this dynamic, you know, brother of mine from another mother. He's from Aotearoa in a little town, maybe it's not so little, Christchurch in the southern part of New Zealand. But he is a formidable leader. He's been featured on our magazine, soon enough on the blog. But I can tell you, he has got a heart of gold, serving people, even if they're not in your team or his team, whatever, it's still one big happy family. So brother, I am fortunate enough to be your co-host here. I'm really, really grateful. And thank you again to the rest of our family, wherever you may be. Please be safe and God bless you all. Over to you, our MC, Brother Stephen Davis.
Fantastic. Thank you, sis. If you got value out of what our sister Queenie Doyle from Australia shared, drop a three inside the chat. Okay, do it now. Do it now. And then I will get started as well. So guys, you know, you've been so patient. You've been watching us throughout. I hope you're picking up lots of tips from all of us. And I'm going to share what I've learned, including what I learned recently from my wonderful sister Queenie, to build what I've done. She didn't get to show you tonight her career. She's building in South Korea like I am, and if she did, you'd see she's creating something wonderful like she's doing in Hawaii. Really, really great. I want to give something that's going to help you, maybe the person that hasn't got much, just like our sister Adelaide said near the beginning, but also for those person who you may have much, and so you're just thinking about the bigger picture. So first of all, let's go and have a look at something which is going to help the person that's beginning. And I love what President Eddie shared earlier on, and he shared about going to basically inside here in the bundles. You know, a great way, if you don't have much money, is just to pick out the bundles. So you might have, like, let's just say you have 50 IXT. Maybe you have, maybe you don't. So you can just go into here, you can remove this, you can filter it to however you want it, and you can just have a look, okay, what bundles are inside the world? And then it'll come up to you high and low. You can choose, look from low to high, right? And then you can just go through the bundles, and you may pick up, like President Eddie was sharing, great deals for bundles around the planet. And that could be wonderful for you, because with a limited amount, let's just say you pick up 30 picks for, let's just say, 30 IXT. It could happen. And so there you go. For one IXT, you've picked up a bundle. They may not be together. They may be all around the planet. But you know what? You're getting them from a primo price. Maybe they're outlier. Maybe they're common. Maybe they're uncommon or rare or legendary. It could be a combination. Look for the ones that will help you to build your IXT foundation. And so what you'll do from there is that you'll look at them and go, right, they're all scattered throughout the earth. What can I do? Okay, well, you'll look at them and you go, you know what? The first thing you do is you're not going to bundle. Now, bundle is great for newbies, but they're not great for a person who wants to build in a certain area, because inevitably all the picks in a bundle are scattered throughout the planet. So I'm going to suggest to you, even recommend to you, don't put your picks in a bundle, because most people won't buy them unless they're in one area. But you, the new person, the one that hasn't had much, yes, you look to buy them. You look to get them, because you can then list them singly. See, and then for as low, you just can list them a little bit more than the bottom price. See, outlier, they can go as 1. So maybe you'll list it for 3, and then someone will bid on it for 2, and you'll accept it. Hey, common, you might list it for 5, and then you know what? Someone might offer you 3 or 4. Suddenly you're making money. You're in the game. Uncommon, yeah. Look, a common price for that is around about 4, but you can put it at 7 or 8. Someone might bid 3 or 4. And then you know what? You'll go accept. Again, rare. Again, legendary. Bid, legendary, you might put it at 15, or if it's got a high floor price, it's 17 or 20. And you know what? Someone will bid somewhere underneath that. Guess what? You will accept. Suddenly, your empire starts to grow, and you can start to use the extra money you're getting from that cheap bundle you got all around the planet to build it in one place. So there's a tip for the new person. I hope that helps you greatly. Let's go to a place that I'm building, and I'm going to show you a practical way to build if you are, again, with limited money or great. So I'm just going to click on one of the ones that's been declined. It's going to take me to it. Push the radar, and suddenly we're going to zoom in to where I'm building on the planet. Okay, so this is the place I'm building, and this is a really, really great way if you're looking to build somewhere. Pick a place that's, you could pick a place that's got the ocean around it. Oh, really, really cool, because it's got one way in, and everyone has to come in through that way. You know what? I've built in here. This one's getting close to building an area in here, but what I've done is something my sister Queenie taught me, and she's doing this inside Korea, and I believe she's starting to do this also in Hawaii. And so I know that they've got black spots. but they haven't got so many black spots that it cuts me off from continuing to build if someone says no. I've got multiple ways that I can go up and through. What I've done inside here, have a look. I've utilized the black spots and the area to my advantage. What I try and do is a defensive mode, as Queenie said. I try to block off parts so that no one else can build, just me. And so now, see, this is blocked off. There's someone here that's wanting us to purchase for around about 8 or maybe a little bit more. Hardly anyone's going to build. There's no one building here, just me. And I've counted up the spots that are free that they can maneuver between, not including the yellow. And there's about just over an area full. I am quickly closing it down so that this is solely going to be mine and I can build 2 good areas inside it. As we go up here, you can see that I am working my heart out to block off the little spots. See, I've blocked this one off, but this one is still open. Okay, we keep going up. See, this will be an area of mine that I'm going. At the moment, it's still open for someone to do another area. Here, I've just about blocked off. They've just got a channel to go through here, a very thin channel, but you can notice that the spots, the black spots I'm using to my advantage have been blocked off. I've put multiple bids. In fact, if you look at this whole area, I can tell you right now that 99% of them have got offers from me. Okay, so I've put them all through. So then I'm looking at 2 areas in here. Now, this is a bit of a quieter spot, but look what I've done up here. See, over here, no one can get through. I've totally blocked it off. And in fact, this peninsula has been totally blocked off because no one can get through here, right down through here. So really, unless someone is onto it and is going to build 1 area, maybe 2 at the most, this whole peninsula is suddenly mine. I have used the area, the black spots, the limited ways to get in to build this. And if I keep building it correctly, you know what? I will have a sector in that area. You know, when I share this, I'm telling you, for the person who doesn't have much, you can focus on an area like this, make sure it's got more than 30, probably at least double, 60 pixels in it, just in case, 30 of the AOCs are not responsive at this time. So choose something that's big like that, and you start working to block off. You start to see where the patterns will emerge and start to build with it. So that's for you, the person with limited, and then look to cut off those key spots so that other persons, they might look at it and go, I'm going to build. Oh, no, I'm not. It's got a block off. I can't get through. I will let it go and I will build elsewhere. Okay, but now it has now become mine from here downwards, mostly mine, and it's soon to be all of mine, and that is going to be looking at an area. Let's have a little bit of a pan out. The reason I'm showing you this is not only for the new person, but also for those who are looking at domain building. And that's what I'm doing, and others are looking at, like Queenie are doing tonight. We're looking at the domain. You can see I've got an area here. I've utilized the same principle I showed you before. I used the block. I used the block here, so no one can go up here. So if they look at my area territory, this is uncommon, they'll go, oh, I can't go up there. So they're going to either let go or build strongly. I know over the time I've been building since April, that there are 3 builders in this area. There are 2 here. See, this is where I have not gone to take. I've purposely left them greatly alone. Yes, I have a few scattered picks, but I'm doing that. I'm doing that strategically so that it halts their movement forward, if that makes sense. I'm just doing my best to slow them down as I create areas here, areas there, areas all around. Then that makes them think twice about, should I really build here or should I just give this up to Stephen? There is another person that's building here. So I've got 1 here, 2 here, and me everywhere. They don't know that I'm everywhere because I'm playing wisely. When they bid on my picks, you know what? I generally don't reply back. Why? Because I am not giving away the game. And I'm purposely not bidding on their picks, which they have already have. I can see where they are, but I don't bid on them, again, so they don't know my strategy, what I'm doing inside the game. My strategy is the domain. Is theirs the domain? They can't. They haven't got enough picks in here. Is theirs to be an area? Well, they can do an area, and they might break through in the next short amount of time. Let's just see what's happening here and show you a few more cutoff points that I've done. I've been working hard out to block out here. This whole area is mine. No one can get past. In fact, this one here happened just today. You can see here. I blocked that off. That was the last spot that took off about 20. So that's all mine now. And I've just got to work with them for people to build to me. Some of these people, like this one here, was being difficult. I went up quite high. They didn't. So I took it down slowly. I tried to give them a little bit of insight to say, you know what? I've gone as high as I'm going to go. So I took it down slowly so they could see that, oh, it's going down. And then I started to take it down fast and to show them, hey, this is going to be worth nothing. They didn't get it. And now they got nothing. It's zero. These ones here, I was trying to give them a chance as well. But again, they weren't active. This one was, these ones weren't. They all missed out. So I just do my best to help them to get a little when they haven't got a chance to build the areas. And there you go. So I'm on the verge of getting another another area there, another area there. This is going to be my second sector. What I'm also working on is up here. And I'm working on to block. This is the last part I've been doing, and to block this off. So no one from above can come up and no one from down can build out. So then when people look at it in the short to medium time, they will go, even if they get an area or two in here, they will go, you know what? I'm going to sell it to Stephen because it's not doing me any good here. I'll get a fairly good price, and Stephen, well, he'll get a bargain. So I'm domain hunting, I'm domain building, and there's a little bit of a strategy that I hope that's going to help you. Now, when you're thinking about doing this, let me show you something else. This is the territories that you're looking to build. Think about carefully which tier you're going to build on, okay? So when you come on, you're going to start off with a pix. It's going to be scattered around the planet. It may even be in a cluster of around about 2. You might have some that are linked together at between 2 and 49, depending on what tier it is in. That's pretty cool. It's a good way for you to begin. Then you want to, the first earning part of it is area, and then you get more and more rewards the further up you go. To sector, to zone, domain. You also get more rewards for the greater the tier that you choose. Outlier to legendary. Outlier is easier, legendary is harder, but you heard some hints and strategies today that will help you to get any one of these. Let's just see how it works out when you go and look inside the game, okay? So let me just go to here, territories, click on the IXT. Let's go to the foundation. Go to staking. And then we look down here, I've got my one area inside here, and you're going to see something very, very interesting. Okay, let's go to territories and look at here. Now, this is exactly how this one works at the moment. This is going to change, I think, for the better very shortly, but there are 10,000 IXT dedicated to each tier. So just think about that for a moment. 10,000 to legendary, rare, uncommon, common, outliers. Here's the simple maths that it works out as. The amount of territories that are staked in each tier, 10,000 divided by the amount of territories equals the reward you'll get. Now look at this. See, it is easier to get outliers. That is true. But look, 6,403 outliers means 10,000 divided by 6,403 equals 1.56 reward to you. So think about the reward that you want to get, because yes, it may be easier, but you also get less. Let's look at common. Common, 10,000 divided by 857, not persons, but areas staked by persons equals 1167. Look where I am and Queenie is. She's got a few in here, and I've got one so far, but I'm working on a few more. See, let's just look at it. She's got at least 3 we know in Hawaii, and she's probably got at least 2 inside South Korea. So let's say she's got 5. So she's got 5 of these 327. And so 10,000 divided by 327 equals 30. But Queenie has 3 to 5. Let's say she's got 5. So 5 times 30 is 180 IXT reward. Let's go back down to outliers. If you have that same 5 here, your 5 times $1.56 or 1.56 IXT, sorry, equals what? You equal about 7 or 8 IXT. So think bigger about what you're building, because if you're building in outliers, your reward will be smaller than if you're building common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. Let's look at legendary, which Adelaide is on the verge of doing. She's 4 or 5 picks away, right? So there we go. There's 120 IXT for those who do this by the I believe it's the 22nd of July. Is she going to do it? I believe she will. You probably do too. She probably does as well. And so if we do that, she's going to get around about 120 IXT for that, plus all the others. We know that she's got 10 other areas that we know of, and outliers, and at least common. So she's going to get a mixture of rewards through here. So consider your strategy well, even if you're building a single area so you can be rewarded better. If you are looking to build towards the greater, which is these, from areas very shortly over the next week, I believe, or so, area, sectors, zones, and domains will open up all together, and then they'll have an amount of pixels that will be associated with each one so that you can get greater rewards. Remember, the greater the tier, the greater the reward. The more you build inside that tier, the greater it's going to be for you. Okay, hope that helps you. So we go back down to here. And let's just see one or two little things that I can show you. Okay, so what I do, and I gave you a little bit of a hint about it, is that if I see someone is getting stuck there, they're not going to get anything except I'm going to benefit. I try to help them by going a little bit higher if it's a key for a time, if it's a key spot for a time. Like this one here, this one that I got today. Now, I have got, this may surprise you, but all this is uncommon. I have got 95% of these uncommon for four, in fact, 99% of these, about 300 picks for 4 or under, 4 point something or under. I've got 1% for 5, 6, or 7. That's it. Because I've just worked the system really, really well. You always bid on more than what you need because you don't know who is playing and who's going to respond. And like Adelaide says, is you want to get a response, accept, decline, or whatever, because then you can play with someone who's active and who's responding, right? And then, like you saw Adelaide, Sister Queenie, and President Eddie doing, is they look for key spots where they can link up so that they can get their final inside the area, making sure that that they're linking from one area to the other so that this can build into a sector. Areas are great because you'll get rewarded for that, but sectors will be better because there'll be fewer people with sectors to share the pools around with. So when you're bidding, choose what you're bidding on, choose a minimum amount, and then start to bid on a few. And if they're in key spots, bid a bit higher. When you get persons that are active, reward them. Maybe a little bit, but reward them because then they will go, yeah, I'm happy and you're happy, generally like that. One last tip I'm going to give you, and if I can just go over here and recall it, it's just escaping my mind for the moment. What it is, maybe I'll remember if I go into here, into the amount. Oh, this one here, yes. Now, I'm going to advise you, recommend you strongly to consistently bid on the same picks that you need the most daily. Why? Because look at this. This is showing today, right? Now, who knows how many people are bidding on your picks? How active is inside your inbox? I don't know. I know how active mine is, and pixels can be lost very easily inside here. See, this is just today, right? So you imagine someone that you have bid on a week ago, are they going to see your picks? Most likely not. Look, now we're to yesterday. So if you put a bid in last week, you haven't heard from them, maybe they just haven't seen it. So take advantage to bid on the one that you need the most or the ones that you need most daily, even if you don't change it. It doesn't have to change. Just put it on the same price, re-put in it, it will refresh them up on their inbox. And you know what? That may be the day they're looking at the screen and they go, you know what? Hey, yes. And then it's yours. Or no. And then you know they're active and you can play around with it. Now, only a very few people know about this, show only unread. And if they don't know how to do this button, they're not going to be able to find you if you're a week to 2 weeks to a month old. Now, this alone may help you greatly because you may be wondering, oh, I bid on this and no one's responded. They just probably haven't seen it. So what's a key spot? For me, this is one that I do daily. For example, that's a key spot because it links up some other ones. That's a key spot. See, that's what I'm going to be doing. And this is a key spot. And this is a key spot. So look, I'll be working on this daily. I'll put these plus others so that I can have it refreshed. They've been asleep, but suddenly, like I had in recent times, one of them came awake and then it got me closer to getting my area. What do you do with the others? Well, depending on how important they are to you, maybe you won't bid so much daily, but maybe every 2 or 3 days. So work out your strategy, think about it, refresh it for those other persons, and you know what? You'll do better. Well, that's it from me, guys. I hope that helped you. Just short and sweet. And if you liked what I share, what did you jump for? And then, you know what? We're going to go into question and answer time. So I know all of us have had a chance to look at the question and answers. And so how about if we have one of our AOCs take the chat, and then we'll slowly together work on your questions there. And then if there are any other questions following that, then we'll open up the live chat lines for that. Thanks everybody for listening. Really appreciate your time. All right, so what have we got inside the chats, guys? I love all the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. That tells people there's a lot. If you've got questions, think about that, and let's go through the chat line now. First one to find one, and let's go.
Okay, I've got one here. It's from Fred. How does one start to create territories step by step? I have many scattered pics. Where do I start from?
I can give you an answer and then someone can add on to it. You know what? How I found my territory that you showed there, it was by accident. So one of the ways I'm going to show you is by accident, okay? So how did that happen? All I did was I was going, where do I build inside the world? And so I just checked my notifications. One came up and I went click, and then I went to it. I thought, here's the radar. If you want to find a picture of where it comes, click on this little radar button and look what it does. It'll take you wherever in the world. And when I clicked on this radar button in South Korea for the first time, I found out that, oh my goodness, I've got about 10 to 20 pics inside this part of South Korea. And by accident, I realized and found my place to build. So one way I'm going to tell you is check your notifications. You might find that you've got a few pics in one place and you can build there. That's from me. Anyone else?
No, I think you hit it on the nail there, bro. Yep, definitely. So what we'll do is, because I know some of us will be going to the Global Leaders meeting that's starting in about 20 minutes. So make sure you're eating your dinner. So we'll try and answer as much as we can, but awesome. Thank you for the question. I've got another one here. I have a problem on PlanetIX. I've linked my MetaMask and lost phone last year. I got one, then downloaded other apps. So it's where have I made a mistake? I've linked other MetaMasks. Now I can't see my drops. What must I do to delete new wallet? Okay, I might be able to help you on that one. Now, when you lost your device, it doesn't mean that you've lost your MetaMask, right? All it is, you need your 12 key phrase password that was given to you initially when you registered your wallet, right? So it's a 12 key passphrase. So when you go to download the app on your phone, it will say either create a new wallet or add an existing wallet. In that case, you'll press that existing wallet and you will put in the key, the 12 key phrase word, and that will install your MetaMask that you originally had previous to losing your phone. I hope that really makes sense. That's why it's really important that you do keep your 12 key passphrase in this case. And even if you haven't lost your phone, maybe you accessed it on your desktop via the Google browser, and now you want to access it on your phone, you'll do exactly that same thing. Or maybe an iPad or a laptop. You just need your 12 key phrase password that only you yourself know. You had to write it down somewhere, maybe on 3 different pieces of paper, hide it in a vault, hide it at the bank, whatever you got to do to it. Some people put it on a dog tag, but that is really important for you, for your MetaMask to follow through with you in whatever electronic mobile device you're going to operate from, right? So you could be in a different country and use your cousin's laptop. I can load it on there. I wouldn't, as I suggest. You want to minimize your cybersecurity. This is live tokens on the blockchain. It's $1.19 at the moment, up and down as it goes, but it's still over $1 US. So be really mindful of your tokens. The protection security of your token is at the utmost. All right, so never reveal it. If anyone asks you for your 12 key password, do not reveal it, because I will give you my South Pacific jandal for doing that. It's a #1 rule for holding a custodial wallet in your hand. Let me just repeat that. Do not give your key phrase password, even if they're your best friend, a crowd one support unit. Chris, good heavens. You probably can't see their face and they're saying they're the mastermind behind PlanetIX. Do not care, not even your puppy. Do not disclose your key phrase password. Hopefully that is a beautiful message out to our crew.
It's like your PIN number, right? You'd never tell anybody your PIN number for your bank card. So never give your 12-word phrase to anybody either.
All right, feel free though. Feel free if you want to lose your IXT and any other cryptocurrency you might be holding in your Polygon network. And as we all know, there's a default network of Ethereum, good heavens. Please protect your assets. All right, so let's go. I'm not sure if anyone else has found any questions. I hope.
I've got a question that came to me privately.
Yep.
So I'll put it out. Sophia from South Africa, thank you for your question. How do I create a sector, zone, and a domain? I've got plenty of territories linked together in Argentina and US. So I'll start it off, and someone else might want to add to it, is that what you do is you make sure that you need 5 of whatever tier you've got to go to the next level. Now, you can't actually create the next level yet, I don't believe, because they haven't opened it up. That's about to happen. Area, you can create, but I don't believe you can go sector yet. Maybe you can. But so once it's open and each 5 are touching each other, that they're touching at least one of those 5, then you will be able to create the next part of it, which is the sector and so on and so on.
So we have a question for how can we find out drone share an NFT on OpenSea? It's quite simple. Sakini, you want to go with that, or can you show?
No, you go for it, sis. There you got that.
Okay. Let's just go in here. It's just all the windows of here is quite challenging. So let's do it quick. I think it's better for me to open it directly on this notification. So I'm only 1 or 2 things, which I get it wrong.
Oh, okay. Was that the question, sis? How to find your drone in OpenSea? Was that correct? Yeah, no, all good. Yeah, you got it. That's it.
You were the first one that teach me how to. It's quite simple. I think you must have already your own profile. And they show you how to do that easily from Discord. If you go on your profile, they guide you anyway. You just need to make sure that you connect your wallet with the OpenSea so they know that it's you. And as you, so you're gonna have a couple of them showing here, but you may not have all of them. What you need to come on more, and then you need to click on hidden. And the moment you click on hidden, all the other stuff that you can see directly from your profile gonna appear down here, and you just scroll down until you find them. Like I think if you want to see my drones, they're probably down. And I think Sister Queen, I saw a lot of NFTs that I don't even know where they come from. Why is this one come forward? I think I can
click on stuff like that. You'll have the random ones that someone has given to you, and if you click on it, it'll probably do something terrible to your OpenSea account. So don't see.
So is that you mean that I own them?
Yeah, no.
I've got something weird like that in mind.
Yeah, you've got a lot of people that might just spam your account, just like emails, right? With these NFTs, and they're like, you see they're flashing and changing imagery. It's almost like an advertising trailer for that NFT, for that particular NFT seller, if that makes any sense. So they just drop it like an email into your OpenSea, and then there you go. Or you could just be accidentally browsing in OpenSea as well. So you might like it, and it might just end up.
They have quite some funny one, like, why are you coming on my page for that?
Yeah.
So this is how you do. You just come down, you go on your profile, and from your profile, you click on more. And for more, you go and select the hidden stuff. So all the hidden ones, when they appear, they're going to tell you how much you own on each of them. And then, and it's really interesting because when I saw all this before, I was like, ah. And then when you see the prices of them, like right now, I can decide to sell this one. I think the price had quite go up today, but they were up to $800 the first day I saw them. I could have sold them at $800, something I received because I bought my drone. I was between the 100 people that purchased 10 drones back then. So, and then you can sell them immediately if you want. That's why when I sell my stuff. And you can even go down and see that people are selling their own more expensive, right? So for the same thing now, you can sell it for what it's you see. So we really, truly with PlanetIX really having asset. I don't really know much about all those selling, buying out. I'm still confused. I know I'm going to go on a private call with Sister Queenie because I know she really understands OpenSea more than I do. It's something quite really new for me. But what I always do, I always try to learn first the basic because the basic helps me understand what I have. Like right now, your question is, where do I find my drone? Then what can I do with those drones? For now, we don't have much than knowing that you can just sell them right now, or you can just wait for the next stage when PlanetIX is going to tell us what is our next move with them, because for now, it doesn't collect the rubbish anymore, and then we are waiting to see what that's going to come. So I hope that helped answer your question. You just go on OpenSea, you click the profile. If you don't have a profile, you create it. It's really simple. But the moment you connect your wallet, they already give you a basic profile. Then you need to fill it up to complete it. And then from that moment now, you can, when you come on your profile, you can click on more. And from more now, you go on hidden one. They're going to show you all what you own. And I don't know, all these pics, are they the pics that I put on my marketplace or my bidding? I really don't understand this yet.
Yeah.
But
I'll add something to that too, in terms of the OpenSea. Let me just go there for a moment and just show you here. Really, really important. One of the things about, remember, anything that's on your OpenSea is your asset. So if you've got a drone and you sell it, that means you will lose the drone inside your PlanetIX game. See, this is your asset that actually belongs to you and that you can sell on OpenSea, but it also is the same asset that's involved inside the, for example, the drone and helping collect waste. The Genesis badge that you have, whatever it is, that Genesis badge is your actual badge that gives you access to different things. These pixels are your pixels in the game. So anything you sell, you will lose access if you don't have enough of it. So think about that. The second thing I want you to think about is the display. See, you can, this is my shop window. This is my feature. I've chosen the very best to show to the people of the world. Not that I'm selling, but just to show them, hey, what are these? Oh, this person's got those assets. So I've just chosen the ones that are pretty cool. This is my feature, and you can find that, I believe, under the More button. Let's see. Oh, no, hidden. You can find it hidden as well as, I think it's here maybe. Edit. So if I want to edit what's featured here, you'll have this as well. I can click on that, and then I can go through my my assets that I've received, and I can choose, you know, one of each to come up and be shown. What you'll see in my collection is that, and you saw in Adelaide's, is that there were ones that were not showing properly. They were like this. Have a look. See, content not available. So I've taken that off the visibly seen, and they're all in my hidden. And I've only made visible all the ones that look beautiful, you know, that are actually ready to be shown, so that my shop window shows the very best of what I have, regardless of whether I sell or not. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you in addition to that. The second thing is related to a question in the chat that someone said, what are the dark spots? And they will be like these spots here. Now, there are two types of dark spots. I will talk about one I definitely know and one I think I know. So there are these spots here that have got these edgings. If you can see it, if I go in close enough, these spots have little lines going around the edge. Now, these are pixels which haven't been minted yet. So they're in the game, but they're not minted, so they're not available for buying or selling. That's them. These ones here, I believe, and someone else may clarify further, but I believe these will never be minted. I believe these are just dead spots inside the game, and so they're good to be used as an advantage for you as you play.
I might add to that point, Brother Stephen, with the black hex that you see. I actually believe they're pixels that haven't been allocated. Just remember, it hasn't all been released. Every pix of the game, it hasn't all been released to all of us in the beta phase. So remember, there's still room for the game to move in terms of building. So I believe those black pixels that you see are future pixels that will be allocated to another AOC that might happen to go in a drop in that area, if that really makes sense.
Ooh, because that's good to know as well.
Yeah. So that's how they're not there deliberately. They're there because there's still room for the game to allocate other pixels as there's more, as our crowd, our community of AOCs grow as years to come. So hopefully that makes a little sense, but maybe that might be a great question because I can't really offset Brother Stephen's idea behind it either. Maybe to Chris, President Eddie, when he comes on, maybe we can ask some of those spots that might be black. Are they pixels that haven't been allocated as of yet by the system to any AOC member to exist on the platform?
Well,
So
I'm not sure about it as well. I'm not sure about it as well. Because there's quite a lot of those black spots. Let's say that. Maybe it's let's do some investigation on that, because
because I think
maybe it's a lake or a sea or whatever. So in that case, if we want to find out, what I sometimes do is because I want to know where I am, I take Google Maps and I zoom in on my PlanetIX, and I zoom in on Google Maps, see exactly where something is. Well, maybe in this way we can also discover what these black spots are. Let's just do some investigation.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I used to love that feature, but they've taken it off, and maybe due to the way the story of the game unfolding, you know, with Mother, well, let's say Gaia, Mother, you know, Amelia, you know, she's going to take effect in the game. So there is going to be a story or a narrative behind PlanetIX, and maybe that feature, because you used to be able to see it, a Google Map sort of feature previously in the beta phase. So that's something that's sort of come off, and it's gone into the digital aspect, the grayscale aspect of the globe. So hopefully we get to see that feature come back on again.
I think you're right, Queenie, and I'm readjusting my gameplay because of that.
I think because our whole planet's on a grid. And if I think grid, there's nothing of our planet Earth that is not on that grid unless it's water. But if it's land mass, and presumably most of our pixels are on land masses, they're missing for a reason. They're just not in play as yet. That's all. It's a future pix to be minted down the track. Hopefully.
Well, team, I think that's all the questions. I think that's all the questions to chat, and just enough time for those who want to jump on the ALG call if they haven't already. So I want to say thank you so much for everybody tuning in tonight for this sharing of our hints and our strategies. We hope you're greatly impacted by them, that it helps your game. Like I know that each individual here of us that shared have picked up little bits from the other person. And we wish you well on the game. Until next time, team, why don't we all unmute and say goodbye?
Later.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Thank
you very much.
Bye. God bless.
Bye. God bless.
Let's conquer the world, guys. Let's conquer the world. We're going to wrap this up.
Agents of
See you on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.